It's race number 1, Daytona International Speedway, the site of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. First run. 2009 kicked off in style, but it's been a bumpy road for a few. Still out in front of the pack, Kyle Busch in that number 51, but he is getting challenged by Colin Brown. This Wednesday, a new high school rivalry is brewing, but this score will be settled in a drag strip. Drag strip high returns to speed for an all-new season. Two schools face off for one unforgettable showdown. Drag racing champs Clay McKillen and Cruz Pettigrew just our judges. Adam, what's going on with... Oh, we got in the corner. Big slide through there.
Back it off. You can't pass.
Yep, Terry needs to back off. Terry Cook, now he went under the double line.
Why wouldn't you back off?
Might as well back off and give that spot to that 10 of James Busher.
That was Terry Cook in the 25, sliding down below the double yellow line.
We saw what happened when Todd Bodine did it, even though it looked like he may have been forced down there.
Colin Brown was racing alongside Kyle Busch. Watch it. It almost gets away from him, Phil.
Yeah.
Sideways exiting the corner. Steps out, steps out.
Big time.
Look at that.
Nice job by Jared Fitzpatrick to avoid running into him. And watch this now. That's obviously got the field jumbled up now. Watch Terry there. He goes below the yellow line. I know he's probably in his mind think he's forced below there, but I'm telling you, NASCAR's looking at it right now.
Got that truck up to the second spot. Remember my cat I talked about prior to the start of the race, James Busher, starting in that 13th spot. He's up to third.
Well, he's actually running second because they're going to black flag that 25 of Terry Cook. So Terry Cook has not actually scored second. He'll have to make his pass-through penalty.
I think what we're going to see tonight is a zero tolerance.
Well, I think if you are forced, you still need to give it back.
Yeah.
Then NASCAR can penalize the other guy for forcing you. If you get forced and you go down and you complete the pass, then you are black flagged.
If you're the 4C, then you need to give it back. If you're the 4-sir, then you may be subject to a black flag.
You know, I'm watching these guys, and I saw Colin Brown about to spin out off turn 2. I think the guy that's in the best position right now might be Todd Bodine. He's a half a lap ahead of these guys.
Take a look at the window net here on Johnny Sauter. That is about to come off.
It looks like it's still attached at the top and still attached at the bottom.
At Atlanta last year, Kyle Busch held his window net up for quite a few laps.
He tried to hide it from us and NASCAR and everybody else.
I don't think Johnny Sauter's got enough hands to try to hold that up and still control this truck.
See, I think that thing just came loose. I think that thing has probably some Velcro, and it came loose. I think it's still attached top and bottom. That's just the middle part of the net.
Johnny Benson's on board showing us Colin Brown trying to move back up toward the front. There's Ricky Carmichael in that number 4.
Ricky Carmichael is doing everything that he needs to do. He would rather we never mention his name tonight. He just get out there and run a couple hundred miles and learn and not be a factor until the very, very end if he's going to be one then.
Except at the end when we say Ricky Carmichael finishes this race. And that's what he's all about right now is getting some experience and finishing these races.
There you see the 25 of Terry Cook. He has to serve a pass-through penalty for passing below the yellow line.
Terry pulled down to the apron going in turn number 3. He's going to lose a lot of extra time. You can run these trucks all the way wide open till you get halfway between turn 4 and the entrance to pit road. Rewind.
Adam, what's going on?
Johnny Sauter has made no comments about the window net that we have heard, but it's certainly a situation that we are monitoring. But I talked to Jason Overstreet, who's helping run this team, and he said this team has got all the people, it's got all the parts, we just need to put it all together. And it's situations like this that sometimes keep from putting a team over the hump, as you see Johnny get really squirrely going to the outside. Meanwhile, his teammate left of the screen, Matt Crafton, was running in the top 5. He's dropped outside the top 20. He said to his spotter, "You watch, they're going to wreck here in a minute up in front of me." His spotter said, "Only 20 laps complete." And Matt said, "Yep, I know. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Stay back here, stay out of trouble, and be there at the end." A common theme when drivers come to Daytona.
Well, they missed a couple of good opportunities already, Adam, so Matt Crafton's probably not making too bad of a decision this early in the race. A lot of racing left to go. Think about Johnny Sauter. He's right now running up there in the top 10, and he's had his trailer arm fall apart and his window net's collapsing, but he's still hammered down.
He really is. Now, we saw those 4 trucks up there drive away. Probably as large of a lead as we will ever see. But watch, these guys are going to line up right now to see if they can catch them. That pack is led by that K&N Toyota, Johnny Benson.
How nervous is James Busher, who's running second right now with Kyle Busch just in front of him?
He's not even remotely nervous. This kid's got ice water in his veins. He won at 16 years old in the ARCA REMAX Series, and he won last Saturday night in the ARCA REMAX Series.
At the age of 18, Ray?
Hey guys, remember, these guys can only go between 33 and 35 laps on fuel, so that may be a big advantage for Kyle Busch, who came down there on lap number 7 to put a little bit of fuel in his Miccosukee Toyota. So he could have an advantage if guys have to start peeling off to do green flag stops. Now right behind him, James Busher, what an unbelievable job this kid's been doing. He came on the radio just a little bit ago and said the left front valence is dragging just a little bit in the corner, so try to help me a little bit with air pressure. Adam?
Ray, when you talk about pit strategy, if you're going to come down out of sequence with everyone else, you have to have someone that will come with you to serve as a drafting partner. No problem for Kyle Busch. Johnny Benson, if you remember, came down at lap 7. He took on fuel. He can go farther than these other guys who are yet to come down pit road. And also coming down at lap 8, Shane C., Kyle Busch's teammate. So drafting help would not be a problem if they got out of cycle with the other guys running at the front of the field.
Guys, we got a little bit of a savior for Ty Bodine. We saw him get black flag. Look left of your screen. That's the other truck that got black flag, Terry Cook. And as soon as Terry Cook got out there with Ty Bodine, Michael, they ran 1 second faster than Ty had been running every single lap.
Todd Bodine was losing almost a second a lap when he was running by himself out there, but now he's got some friends. And let's see if they can catch back up. Out in front, Kyle Busch still leading the young James Busher around Daytona.